Hey guys, Mike Lawson here. Have you ever doubted yourself or even questioned yourself if you were making the right decisions? See, the biggest misconception is that successful people and confident people never have self-doubts. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. See, the fact is that even the most successful people have self-doubts and even question themselves and even second-guess themselves. You know, and I read that from an article from entrepreneur.com. See, self-doubt is a human response. You're not human if you don't have self-doubt. We all go through it because it's a human response to what life throws at us, to all the challenges, that we experience. See, what we need to do, you need to channel and direct your energy into, more productive ways of thinking. And I want to give you 5 tips on how to, eliminate and get rid of that self-doubt. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to truly get rid of it, ever. Hey, Julie. I don't think we're ever truly going to get rid of the self-doubt. I mean, listen, I had self-doubt when, my son's turning, 19 years old today, and 19 years ago. I mean, I was a broke college student. I just came off of a failed business. I had to go get a job. I was working. I was trying to get into another business, and I was a complete failure. And my son was being born. I was broke, and I had a lot of self-doubt. How was I going to support this baby? I had a lot of self-doubt. So let me give you, 5 tips. Number 1, understand that you're not alone and that everyone has self-doubts. And I'm sure, right? Do me a favor. Just comment number, 1 if you've ever had a self-doubt. Number 2 if you never had self-doubts. I'd like to see people's, reactions because we all have self-doubts. We all go through it. I even had self-doubts months back when I started doing live videos. What are people going to think of me? Am I going to be able to provide any value to people? Or is anyone going to listen to me? Right? Thanks, Tiffany. Number 1. Right? And that's actually my number 2 tip is stop worrying about what other people think. See, I had self-doubt if I was going to be effective in communicating on live video because I never did it before. Right? Now, in business, and I want to talk, thanks, Julie. And I want to talk to the business owners out there. If you're building any type of business, right, you want to compete. And even in life, it's okay to compete. You just don't want to compare. In my first network marketing business, I started doing really well in the first couple of years. I had a lot of success. Not the first year, but second, third year, I did pretty good. And then this girl joined the business. And she totally surpassed me and exploded right by me and hit one of the vice president positions in the company. And I was comparing myself. What am I doing wrong? I had a ton of self-doubt in myself. And she totally blew by me because I was comparing myself to her. Little did I know that she had a little bit of experience. She was successful in business before that, right? So this was my first time ever doing anything like this. Again, it's okay to compete. Just don't compare yourself with people. Another thing that I want to touch on is keeping up with the Joneses. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. And I've seen this firsthand where there are people that, are on the brinks of bankruptcy because they're trying to impress their friends or their neighbors or their co-workers. Guess what? These people don't care. You know what they care about? They care about themselves, right? So don't try to, keep up with the Joneses because there's always going to be somebody that's got a bigger house, that's got a nicer car, that has nicer hair, that has a nicer skin complexion, that their businesses grow faster. Don't compare yourself with other people, but compete. Competition is good. Healthy competition. Number 3, set immediate goals. You want immediate victories. Whether that is, you got to get your butt off the couch to go to the gym because you've been putting that off. Well, get your butt off the couch, go to the gym today, right? That's an immediate victory and celebrate that victory, right? Or maybe you've been putting off calling people in your business. Well, get on the phone and call somebody. And you know what you say? Hey, listen, yeah, I know I've been involved in this company for 10 years. I never told you about it, but would you mind taking a look at it and just give me your honest opinion and let me know your thoughts? Right? How hard could that be? And guess what? Who cares what their thoughts are? Who cares what they think? Just by you going out there and doing it, that is a victory, right? And celebrate those victories. You need immediate wins, right? To get rid of that self-doubt. Number 4, focus on your prior successes. We've all had prior successes, small victories. Focus on them. See, again, my son just turning 19. I was scared to death when he was born 19 years ago, financially, how I was going to support him. And now today, Okay, we've been having just over the last probably couple, maybe over the last 12 months, we've been having a little bit, he's trying to become a man and grow on his own. And I'm trying to, as a father and as a dad, guide him, protect him, and try to, lead him in the right path. And he just wants to figure things out on his own, right? Doesn't that sound like us? So I'm trying to let go of the reins, but hold on to them at the same time, right? And I'm constantly, self-doubt is creeping in. Am I doing the right things? Am I giving him good advice? Because we have this friction between us. Am I right? Hey, Justin, what's up, buddy? Am I giving him the right advice? And I'm having this self-doubt. But you know what? I look at all those years that I've, raised him, okay, and I know that I was a great father. I was a great dad. Same thing with my daughter. I've given them great advice. I've always been there for them, okay? So you want to focus on your past successes because uncertainty will always be there. And don't dwell on the negatives. Focus on your accomplishments, not your failures. Number 5, surround yourself with the right people, right? This is so important. Listen, if you're the smartest person in your group, right, or you make the most money in your circle, well, you need to go find another circle. You need to go find another group because you are who you want to hang around with or who you hang around with. And you want to distance yourself from the pessimistic people out there, okay? I don't know about you. I was in a grocery store last week, and I'm in line. There's somebody behind me, and this guy was just so negative. I could sense it. I could feel it. He didn't like waiting. I literally had to get out of line and go to another line. I literally said, well, you know what? I forgot something. I gathered up my things. Again, I was next in line, gathered up my things and went to another line because I don't like being around that negativity or even, people that are pessimistic. And I don't know why I noticed these things, okay? There was another day last week too. I'm sitting in traffic on a 2-lane road, right? Cars next to each other, and I look over and I see this guy laying on his horn, right? An older gentleman laying on his horn. He was in some kind of work van, and I could just tell how unhappy he was and how miserable he was that he had to wait for, I don't know, a minute. And it wasn't like, rush hour traffic. It was a car, backing up or something. And I'm thinking to myself, don't we get like this? We get impatient sometimes, but there's other times that, we might need to make a U-turn, right? We might need to, maybe we made a wrong turn and we need to turn around, right? We might hold up traffic or we want to get into traffic. We want people to let us in, right? I'll tell you, I'm always letting people in. I'm always the happiest driver on the road. I learned that a long time ago as well. It's not worth it. An extra, 3 or 4, 10 seconds out of your day, it's not a big deal. Okay, so distance yourself from pessimistic people. Surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you, who truly want the best in you, okay, that encourage you. And when you're around those people, ask for feedback and be prepared to receive that feedback. I remember early on in my businesses receiving feedback from people, and some of it was constructive criticism. How I present it and things like that. And you know what? It hurt hearing the truth, but you know what? It made me a better speaker. It made me a better presenter. Okay? So always ask for feedback. Always continue to grow. And there was a quote that I heard from Andy Andrews years ago, and it always stuck with me. That successful people are quick to make decisions, and they change their minds slowly. And failures are slow to make decisions and change their minds quickly. So keep that in mind, guys. If this helped, please like it, share it, tag somebody that you think this will help. Also, make sure you turn on notifications so you know the next time I go live. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate all the love and support. Have a great day, everybody. Until next time, go out there and make somebody smile.